if you're not
This is
watching this,
interesting.
pull over to the side right now if you're driving and watch this because he's
This is
gonna
a
answer
good
my
idea.
questions while doing yo-yo. Okay, so Evan, where are
Okay.
you from? Where you grad, and what was it like growing up?
Okay, so I'm originally from Oahu. Grew up in Hawaii Kai, and I graduated from Punahou. And what was it like growing up? It was pretty interesting. So my dad was actually a salesman for yo-yos, and he would like travel around the world just like, selling yo-yos in Japan. And they actually owned the kite shop in Ala Moana, if anybody's old enough to remember that. That it shut down, I think, in 2002. I'm thinking how I could do like my other tricks while talking because my face is gonna go away from the mic. Here we go.
Oh, this is already really impressive. This is so cool. The DNA.
The DNA. There you go.
So your dad owned a yo-yo shop. So was he really good at yo-yo like this?
Yeah, he wasn't that. So he was actually a kite flyer. So actually, my dad was the kite flying world champion in like 1996. I want to say, or no, I know. I think I'm getting that wrong. Not in the 80s or something. Okay. And so like he opened a kite shop, and then they ended up selling yo-yos because he saw like a big boom of yo-yos come to Hawaii. And this is like back in 96. They ended up selling more yo-yos in Hawaii than the other 49 other states combined. So they would have like in Ala Moana, they would have like lines of people all the way around Ala Moana just waiting to get a yo-yo. And so he decided to take that to Japan and ended up selling like 30 million yo-yos worldwide.
Dang.
And so the reason why I got into yo-yo was because like I just always saw yo-yo performers all around, and my dad was like selling yo-yos, so I kind of just naturally picked it up, I think, when I was younger.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's basically
cool. And as we see, he's very good.
Yeah.
It's almost like it puts you in a trance when you're just watching.
Yeah, it's kind of hypnotic, I would say. There's some tricks too, like this one, that's like really cool.
And to see it in person, it's so trippy. Dang. Okay, well, you feel free to stop whenever. Feel free to keep going as long as you want. Totally
I don't want to break something.
Well, that was impressive that you could just talk while doing that. I would have to focus so hard.
Yeah.
Okay, so you started yo-yoing at like since you were born, basically, as soon as you could like stand and have functioning movements in your extremities.
Yeah.
Do you remember the first time you picked up a yo-yo?
I don't remember it. However, my parents have like photos of it. It's somewhere online, actually. Yeah. You could probably find it. I guess like I don't know. I was like coming. It sounds kind of funny. I was coming out of my closet and like I had yo-yos in my hands, like 2 yo-yos, and my dad was like, "Honey, look at this! Like Evan's like yo-yoing or whatever." And she was like, "Oh, no, it's fine. He's been doing that for hours. Like he'll be doing that for another like 5 hours." So I guess like this is like when I was 1 year old. And then my dad got like the camera and started like taking pictures and stuff.
Wow.
So yeah, it's pretty interesting. I don't know, like it's just something that I guess I was born into, and kind of it just naturally turned into like being, like the world yo-yo champion and stuff.
Yeah, and like by the time you were 3, you were already on the Jay Leno show. Yeah. Ellen DeGeneres.
Yeah, so how that happened was I actually ended up going on a local TV show called Hawaiian Moving Company.
Okay.
And then they were like really enamored by like what I could do at such a young age. So then they sent all that footage off to like the Jay Leno show and all these other like Hollywood basically. And like some of the producers from like Jay Leno hit us back up and was like, "Hey, we would love to have you on the show, like to show off some of the talents and stuff." So that's basically how that happened.
Do you remember that? Because you were only 3?
So that's like some of my first memories actually,
really?
Like of life. Actually, so I was actually 4 when I went on the Jay Leno show. I pretty vividly remember getting picked up in a limo, like when we were there. And then I remember that they had like so it was like this limo with like an ice box in it, like this like icebox fridge in between the seats. And so like there was like a chauffeur guy that had like pulled out a bottle of, I don't know, like champagne or something for my mom. And then they had like a bottle of like apple cider for me because I was like really young. Yeah. I remember some of that stuff.
Dang, that's cool.
It's really patchy though, because I was so young, you know.
Yeah. So besides yo-yo, did you have any other interests growing up, or was it like you were a prodigy and then this is what you do every single day, right after school, before school, maybe even at school?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely did it a lot when I was like really young. And then once I got into school, I think my life became more revolved around like just friends
Mm-hmm.
and just like school and stuff. And so from that point, the yo-yo kind of fell out of my life. It kind of faded out for a little bit. And then after a while, I realized that like I still had a really strong love for it. So then I just started doing it again. And it never became like a career or anything until like later in my life though. So yeah, that's an interesting story. I don't know if you wanted to get into that.
Oh, this is your episode. We're here as long as you want to be. We got hours to talk.
All right, yeah. So so it's interesting. So when I went off to college, this was like I graduated in 2014. My mom was like, "All right, so what are you gonna do?" And I was like, "I don't know. Like I have no idea." You know, so she's like, "All right, well, you're gonna go to college." So I went to Whittier College.
Oh, my stepdad went there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh.
Okay. Yeah.
In California, right?
Yeah, in California, in SoCal. So yeah, so I was like, "Mom, I really don't want to go. Like, I really, really don't want to go." She's like, "Well, you don't have any other ideas, so you're gonna go."
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, "All right, whatever." So like, it's like about a semester in. And like literally, I was so bored. Like I was like, this is not it. Like for sure, this is not it. Like I remember I was just like playing yo-yo in my room like all day, and just like I wouldn't go to class. I didn't study or anything, and I was just like, I feel so bad because like my parents are like supporting me financially to go to this school, and I just am not taking advantage of it. So I was like, Mom, like listen, I know you wanted me to go. Though like this is not my path. Like I know for sure this is not my path. So she's like, "All right, well, like I'll let you like, drop out, but you have to like figure out what you're going to do. Like you're not just allowed to just, come home and just sit on the couch or like, do like some menial job. Like I want you to figure out a purpose for your life." So I was like, "All right, I'll figure it out." And like shortly after that is when I got connected with Yo-Yo Factory, which is like the company that sponsored me. And then I got like my own signature yo-yo line. And then I ended up like winning the national yo-yo contest and all this stuff to like actually build a career out of yo-yo. So it was interesting. Like I definitely felt like from a really young age, I definitely felt like I wasn't normal. Like I wasn't going to live a normal life. Like I saw the way that people lived where they like go to school and then they go to college for 4 years and then they get a regular job and then they retire at 60 or 70 or whatever. And then they enjoy like the last few years of their life when they don't have like health or youth. And it's just like I realized from a really young age for some reason that like I didn't want to do that path. Like I want to spend my golden years, like my best years of my life, like doing the thing that I loved. So somehow, I don't know, that registered to me at a young age. So I just kind of followed that. I mean, it didn't kick in till like after college, like I said, but like once I realized that like yo-yo was a path, like a career path, like I went all in with that and I didn't really look back.